secretive Oriental art kicks its way into the 20th century and takes on new names, new faces, new techniques, and new champions. The Professional Karate Association, recognized worldwide as the leader in sport karate, in association with Prime Network, presents the PKA's greatest champions of all time. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. PKA Karate, the kick of the 90s. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, proud home of the 1996 Olympics and the international headquarters of the Professional Karate Association.
I don't think that anybody in the sport psychs up more than Bad Brad Hefton. He gets back in his dressing room, and I think I don't know if they feed him raw meat back there or beat him on the shins or what, but he comes out just loaded for bear.
John Monzak, of course, has a great deal to do with that as he keeps him psyched to the very hilt. And they get ready. They are going 6 rounds in this non-title fight. These are the heavyweights featuring the world heavyweight champion of the world. He's on the right. His challenger, unbeaten in 6 fights with 3 knockouts, is George Clarke.
It's going to be interesting to see how Clarke handles the kicking skills of Brad Hefton. Brad Hefton kicks better than any big man in the sport.
By the same token, we talked to Brad Hefton earlier this afternoon. He said, I do not know anything about the man. Give me about 35, 40 seconds of the first round to get a little feel of what's going on, and then I'll see what I can do about taking control. And that's exactly what he's trying to do.
Well, Hefton at this point has a clear kicking advantage. I can tell you right now, Clarke is not going to be able to kick with Hefton at all. He seems to be pretty well just sticking to basic front kicks and trying to land strong hands. He does seem to have excellent hands thus far.
You're looking at 2 men, 190 pounds plus in the ring. 6'3" for Hefton, the champion. 6'2" for the challenger. Good round kick there, time by Hefton.
Kick. All right, man. Kick. Come on.
You can hear the home crowd encouraging their home standing idol. Clarke really does not get that leg up at all, John.
Well, he's just throwing those basic front kicks. He's not comfortable doing it. And it won't take Hefton long to figure him out. But he does seem to throw strong punches. So
straight left hand that time hurt him, I think, just a bit. But Hefton comes back in a hurry. Oh, good round kick that time. Off the back of Clarke. Shook him momentarily into the ropes. Good right hand on the champion's face by Clarke.
If Hefton has a weakness, it's that he does get so psyched out that he gets real tight in the first round, and he's a little bit easier to hit in the first round than he is in about the 3rd round. So if anybody's going to do it to him, now is the time.
You see the time winding down to end round 1. As the champion, Brad Hefton from Rockford, Illinois, against Las Vegas' George Clarke. The fans liked it here in Rockford. Brad Hefton had to try to take the attack here at the Clarke, and he does so in the first round, John.
Well, he just throws a power round kick that hits Clarke in the back on the lat area and just drives him into the ropes. Boy, if looks could kill.
Oh, what a look of determination for the champion. Clarke did something very important in this fight, however. You saw that attack by Hefton, but Clarke came back strong near the end of the round, and now looking at him here in round 2, he is starting to let the champion know that at least he's around and could make this quite a fight. Scoring in that first round. John Willie, how'd you look at it?
Well, unofficially there again, I had Brad Hefton ahead 10-9 on kicking superiority. In an otherwise even round, the edge will go to the better kicker. Hefton is certainly the better kicker.
Bad Brad, of course, born and reared right here in Rockford. Said he started playing football. Oh, good spin kick, but he missed. He said he liked karate so much that he just totally gave up all the other sports, concentrated, and it's paid off for a world championship.
Well, there are a lot of good tight ends running around. There's not many world heavyweight champions in karate.
That's exactly right. I have a feeling, though, had he stayed with football, he would have been a great tight end or whatever he wanted to be.
I think you're right. Clarke sticking just basically with that front leg front kick, trying to stick it in just about belt level on Hefton. He's using it with some effectiveness, and again, we've mentioned before, he seems to be pretty strong with his hand.
Clarke possesses a very good right hand, but he doesn't lead enough, I don't think, with the left as far as punching ability. to get in on Hefton, even though he has scored with the right a couple of times. Good spinning back kick just off the shoulder. J.T. Will with a warning to George Clarke. For an elbow. Good right hand by the champion in on Clarke's face. Closing moments of round 2. They're set to go 6. Non-title fight from Rockford. There's that left hand by Clarke. He's got to throw that a little bit more to set up the right hand, I think. Round 2 has been an action-packed one as we wait the bell here for round 3. 6 rounds for the heavyweight. Spinning back fist by Hefton. He's starting to pull out all of his weapons now.
Well, Hefton, as the rule, starts to relax and sort of settle down by about the 3rd round. His timing gets better. He becomes a little more relaxed. Doesn't load up so much and actually starts to hit a little harder.
Hefton is really starting to force the fight now. He gets a right hand in on Clarke. He's down. Clarke is in big trouble. Clarke is literally out. He's resting on the bottom strand of the rope. I don't think this is going to continue as J.T. Will looks at him carefully. He says, no, it's over.
We see Hefton just kind of stalking around and moving Clarke into the corner. Once again, he's relaxed. He doesn't force it quite as much. Just let that right hand come across naturally and hit right on the chin. And you just don't come back from those types of shots.
One of the things that Clarke had not been able to do, John Worley, you picked it up early in the fight. He was not able to use that side kick or front kick to keep him away from him, and that was a perfect example as you see the champion with his celebration in the ring here after getting the knockout in the 3rd round.
Brad Hefton chalks up another victim, and in doing so demonstrates for all the PKA fans why he is Bad Brad. We take you now to Columbia, South Carolina, where Jerry Golden Boy Trimble has predicted a 2nd-round knockout of Tommy Siegler. Bill Clarke and I were there to call the action.
I've seen Trimble fight on a couple occasions before, and he's really a good kicker, and he's got a right hand that really stuns his opponent. He's the one that right now, they both have blue pants. He's carrying the action to the corner now. That's Jerry Trimble. He's got his back to the screen now. He's trained by Rick Hamilton, a very good trainer in Atlanta, Georgia.
Trimble winning by decision at Jacksonville his last time out. Bob Napier was his opponent.
He's predicted a 2nd-round knockout in this fight. He's going to feel him out the 1st round and then take it to him the 2nd and put him away. A little side note, I know both of these gentlemen work with Jeff Gripper in Atlanta. They've both been going there training with him, trying to get ready for this bout.
And, of course, Gripper getting ready for the U.S. welterweight title fight. Back in the dressing room right now, starting to get the psych job going. We're not far away from that tremendous, what we expect to be a tremendous battle.
There's that spinning hook kick by Jerry Trimble.
Trimble very effectively, and then it draws a meager smile from Tommy Siegler. Siegler's first fight, but he's had some team challenge point matches in gaining experience in karate, Bill Clarke.
Yeah, Jerry Trimble is a very effective fighter. He's poised. He's just waiting for that chance. He can punch or kick, and that right hand he throws just goes straight to, more like a karate reverse punch than a right cross. And it's just straight to the target when he ever throws it. But he's got really fast kicks. He's not using them as much as he has in previous matches.
20 seconds remaining in round number 1 of the 3-round preliminary. Got it up high that time.
Yeah, his style of karate is Taekwondo, and they teach a lot of high kicks, a lot of spinning kicks, and more fancy kicks. There's that right hand and a spinning hook kick right on the chin.
He's got him in trouble, too. He got another good right hand on the break. There's the bell that ends round 1. Let's take a look at slow motion of round number 1.
There's that right hand and the spinning hook kick right on the side of the face. Siegler had 16 kicks that 1st round, and Trimble had 10.
Round 2, Trimble on the left. Siegler with his back to us now.
Side kick by Trimble.
There's a good example of experience holding the kick back once he spot his target out of range.
That's the case we were talking about a while ago, where you're looking at your opponent rather than just spinning blindly and throwing the kick. That right hand and a round kick by Trimble has really got his opponent in trouble.
Trimble able to follow up on his moves nicely.
Yes, he's boring right in. Siegler is still going to be in a little bit of trouble, I believe.
Shows signs of good coaching, I think, Bill.
Yes, he throws combination hands and feet, whereas most people have to rely on one or the other. His hands and feet work together very well.
And looking at the poise of Trimble here.
There's a spinning hook kick right
ringside starting to get up out of their chairs.
He's all right, but that was a straight right hand, like I said, a reverse punch. There he threw it again.
Siegler trying to hang in there against Trimble here in round 2 of the scheduled 3-rounders.
Trimble really wants to take him out this round. He said he was going to.
What I was trying to get to, and before all the action started up, Bill Clarke, is the fact that with this type of poise and with his obvious balance and sense for this game, do you see a potential champion here?
This gentleman will go a long way. He's not going to turn pro. His trainer's going to keep him as an amateur for probably 20 fights, 25 fights, and then turn him pro, and he's definitely going to be ready. He's got all the weapons, all the techniques.
About 17 seconds remaining.
Of course, Siegler now. There's that right hand again. Thurman can really take it to him when he wants to. There it is again. He's got him in a whole lot of trouble. Looks like his prediction may come true.
Big smile on his face. There's the bell.
You can be saved by the bell in full contact karate, I book. Dick Tercel may not let him finish. He's not going to let him go. He called a second round knockout, and he got a second round knockout, Art.
That's right. Pretty confident young man, Jerry Trimble, and he showed us some beautiful technique in that bout.
Yes, he's just a little bit more experienced. Ziegler looked good. He wasn't afraid. He kept coming right in there, had good technique, but Trimble's just too much for him with that right hand, and those spinning kicks were great.
Let's take a look at the slow motion action now. He comes out of the crouch, firing away, and this is the beautiful follow-up when he's got a man just in his kick range, falling away. He still can hook it in there.
The Golden Boy came through on his prediction and gave us a glimpse of his dynamic ring skills that would make him one of the PKA favorites. We go now down to the West Palm Beach Auditorium as Bob Thunder Thurman is challenged by John Moncayo. Sam Smith and John Worley were at ringside for the action.
Bob Thurman, the current world champion in that same division. He would like a shot later on at Jean-Yves Theriault, the middleweight champion. But I think he's got a problem tonight, John. John Moncayo, 50-13. He's only 22. He's been fighting very regularly, I guess would be the best way to say that.
Regularly and often, since he was a pretty young guy.
Now, we had talked a few moments ago which one of these fighters would take it to the other. And then we mentioned the mirror effect, and I think we're seeing it here early. Both will come right at him.
Moncayo has already landed one hard. There's a second good right hand. He's hit Thurman 3 times now with right hands early in this first round. 4 times.
Thurman has been down twice in his career by the right hand, and Moncayo thinks he can get it in again tonight. Good uppercut by Moncayo. Thurman just refuses to back up.
He backed up now. He's caught several good, hard shots. There again, Moncayo having lots of luck with the right hand so far in this fight.
Moncayo expending a lot of energy here in round 1, but Thurman taking a lot of shots in punishment.
Thurman hanging on a little bit. Left, right hand by Thurman.
Moncayo is hurt. Just when it looked like Thurman was in trouble, he pulls a string on a right hand that sends Moncayo down.
Moncayo still wobbly.
A push by Thurman. Warning from Bill Clarke, the referee out of Jacksonville, Florida. Thurman going right to work now, John.
And Moncayo really is hurt. Gillespie, the 3 knockdown rule is waived. This could be a short one, folks.
Thurman trying to tee off with the right hand as he did early. Closing seconds, maybe fortunately for John Moncayo, who has been down in round number 1 already, and there's the bell.
Well, Moncayo throwing the left leg, and Thurman just steps in, catches him on the right side of the jaw. That's right on the off button. Down goes Moncayo. He doesn't know where he is.
He didn't for a moment, that's for sure.
Don't work it like you're worried.
You see in the opposite corner, Thunder Thurman getting his instructions there before he comes out to answer the bell in round 2. They're scheduled for 12 tonight, 10-ounce gloves in this light middleweight championship fight. Both fighters had predicted they'd be right in each other's face, and you saw when the bell sounded they were about 4 feet from each other.
Thurman has that stalking style. He just comes across. He doesn't really blow across with a lot of wild stuff. He steps on you with his front leg and finishes you off with the right hand.
Moncayo, good defense as he
ducked away from the right hand that time. Thurman, who was also biding his time between the PKA karate and boxing for the top-ranked boxing people and doing very well there. And a round kick sends Thurman down in the second round.
Oh, my, we've got a fight here, folks.
Oh, do we ever. Thurman down in the second. Moncayo coming right back at him. John Moncayo, who said he would be there when Thurman wanted him, and he's there right now. You probably could count on one hand the time that Bob Thurman's been down, but he's down here early in this fight.
Just what we expected. Just what we expected. Power technique from both guys, nobody giving any quarter.
Right hand glancing off the nose of Thurman. Well, Thunder may be coming from Thunder's glove, but I guarantee you one, Moncayo has thrown a few shots of lightning of his own tonight.
That power kick, but then Thurman comes back with another right hand. The power kick by Moncayo that Thurman ducked right into.
Both fighters will be totally exhausted as we come to the end of round number 2.
Here we see Bob Thurman and John Moncayo. Moncayo throws the right hand. Thurman leans down, lets his hands drop, and there's that power round kick from Moncayo that catches Thurman flush in the face.
It is almost unbelievable that here in the 10th round, both fighters are meeting each other in the middle of the ring, neither wanting to say, hey, you've got the upper hand. Thurman may unofficially on our card, but Moncayo doesn't buy it.
Oh, Moncayo threw a nice round kick then, got all the way under Thurman's arm. He had to feel that.
Interesting enough, in the 10th, both fighters are really coming with some good solid kicks now.
Moncayo has thrown every kick that he's thrown with maximum speed and maximum power, just slamming them in. Thurman places his a little more carefully, but then unloads one every now and then. Oh.
John, I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Thanks for the ride on this one tonight. Boy, this has been a beauty to watch.
Tremendous desire on both fighters. Neither guy can tolerate losing.
There was an elbow inadvertently thrown by Thurman. Again, Moncayo had ducked inside, and Thurman was going to throw a spinning back fist, realized he was in too tight. Tried to hold up, but the elbow did get on Moncayo's chin.
They stopped the time now. Stop the time to let Moncayo get himself back together a little bit because he caught that elbow flush.
Roughly about 40 seconds left to go in the round, I believe. Coming up on the 30-second mark, right there.
There goes the mouth guard.
Gonna have to thumbtack that baby in there. Spinning back kick that time by Moncayo. Sportsmanship by Moncayo with Thurman's leg lapped up over his shoulder. Closing seconds of this, the 10th round, scheduled for 12. Light middleweight championship of the world. And there's the bell. Thurman trudges one way, Moncayo the other. Moncayo may have a slight edge, but nothing has been settled.
If you want to.
Inadvertent elbow here a moment ago, John.
See Moncayo throwing a hook kick. Thurman throws one over the top there, and he comes around. There's the elbow. Catches him right in the back of the head. He's very lucky it didn't hit him in the eye. Would have caused a cut.
Moncayo's been having trouble with the mouthpiece. He had a little help that time getting rid of it. He spit it out because it was punched out by Thurman. This is round 11. Right above us here at ringside.
This is a surprise that this fight is in the 11th round.
Thurman leading on your cards early. I guess it's about status quo, isn't it, John?
I've got Thurman ahead by 1 point.
Oh, it's fighting considerably.
He gave up some rounds towards the middle of the fight here. 7th, 8th, and 9th. Kind of coasted a little bit.
We're talking about some Sports Illustrated kicks when a kick
will be made, and you see that perspiration flying off the head of the man taking that shot. And that's what Moncayo has done to Thurman so far in this 11th round.
Unbelievable pace. Tremendous amount of punishment taken by both fighters. All the way through.
I don't want to hear any trash about PKA karate athletes not being top athletes. These two have just discredited any thought of that ever. 11 rounds, grueling action.
Good inside fighting. Good hard body kicks. Just a great fight.
You can just hear the power in that round kick from Moncayo.
Once again, Thurman throwing the kick. Moncayo is complaining because it hit him low, but he's kind of deflecting those kicks with his arms that are driving down into the low area. Doesn't make him feel any better, I'm sure, though.
Well, ye that didn't believe it go 12, and I happen to be one of them. The roof has been fitted back on here at the West Palm Beach Auditorium. The crowd settling back in their seat for the announcement of the decision. Will it be the retention of the crown by Bomb Thunder Thurman or a new champion in John Moncayo? Barry West has the official decision on tonight's championship fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have reached a unanimous decision. Judge Sawyer scored it 116-111. Judge Willis scored it 117-115. And Judge Keeney scored it 117-114 for the light heavyweight, light middleweight champion of the world, Bob Thurman. Bob Thunder Thurman.
Well, Thurman got all he wanted tonight from John Moncayo. Moncayo number 4 in the rankings, but what a challenge he made here tonight.
A once secretive Oriental art kicks its way into the 20th century and takes on new names, new faces, new techniques, and new champions. The Professional Karate Association, recognized worldwide as the leader in sport karate, in association with Prime Network, presents the PKA's greatest champions of all time. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. PKA Karate, the kick of the 90s. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, proud home of the 1996 Olympics and the international headquarters of the Professional Karate Association.
We're ready for round 1, scheduled for 10. You can see the power that Theriault is putting in the kicks. Narvaez wants to feel him out. Theriault moving right in, throwing those kicks as hard as he can.
In their first bout was kind of a lackluster bout. Neither man really was willing to take much of a chance. Theriault comes out in this first round just unloading some extreme power in that back leg round kick. His style with the kicks is generally to throw a lot of power into that round kick, as he did then, aiming it back at the kidney. He uses that to set up a strong right hand and a left hook. He will make big steps, as he did then, to unload the power in those kicks. Narvaez could catch him on the way in. Narvaez could use his reach advantage.
Narvaez said the better fighter would win, and he predicted that would be him, but he wouldn't predict a knockout. Theriault, on the other hand, said he would win by a knockout. He wanted to show everyone that his last win was not a fluke, that he was not given the fight, that he can knock out Narvaez, and he said he'll be the middleweight champ of the world. That right hand landed. That Theriault right hand landed on the left side of Narvaez's head. He's not hurt.
It was a stiff right hand, and then close in, he dug a left hook into the body of Narvaez. Narvaez unloaded a right, but Theriault picked it off with a glove. Theriault, I think, does not plan for this to be a lackluster bout. He was really concerned that people thought his other fight with Narvaez had been stopped too early.
We're in round one. We're scheduled for 10 rounds. This is the runoff for the vacant middleweight title. You see the time remaining in round number one. Narvaez is in red. Theriault is in black.
You can hear the force of the Narvaez kicks. They've got a lot more snap to them than Theriault's kicks. Theriault, I think, has a little more muscle power in it. Solid right hand behind the ear of Theriault.
Narvaez moving more, dancing more. Ooh, let's take a look at round one action.
This is that solid right hand that Theriault landed against Narvaez about 2/3 of the way into the round. He came with a solid round kick behind it, but Narvaez was able to pick that up. I believe Theriault has come out feeling a little stronger than Narvaez. I think Narvaez, if the fight goes any distance, should gain confidence. You see Narvaez is very limber. He's able to pick his front leg up, swing it very easily. Theriault stays more with the power kicks.
Again, Theriault with his weight on the heels. He's a little bit flat-footed. Narvaez chooses to dance, stay up on his toes.
It's scheduled for 10 rounds. Both men are pacing themselves. Theriault taking advantage of those clinches by really nailing him behind the ear with the right hand. Second time he's done that. First round he did it as well. I gave that first round marginally to Theriault, 10-9. Theriault not willing to just break. He wants to hit Narvaez sharply on the way out. Narvaez has a little swelling on his left cheekbone from the right hand of Theriault so far.
There's a spinning back fist by Narvaez. It missed, landed on the gloves of Theriault. Theriault carries his gloves very high and keeps the elbows in close to his body. It's a very, very good defense.
Theriault trains with Gaetan Hart of Ottawa, among others. Gaetan Hart, who fought on a preliminary bout to the Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard bout.
You can see the speed in those punches from both fighters. They almost whistle as they go past each other's head.
Theriault just takes a long time to unload those kicks. He doesn't, as I say, snap them out. You can see them coming, but you know they're coming hard when he throws them, as then.
There's a spinning back fist behind the ear of Theriault.
It appeared Theriault was a little off balance. I don't know that it hurt him. He came back with a very powerful right hand then. It didn't land. That's his best weapon, is that right hand. He unloads it with a fury when he throws it.
Larry Black along with Joe Corley ringside. And here we have some action from round number two.
Narvaez doubling up on the round kicks. You saw in that round that Narvaez had the greater speed. Theriault had the greater power in the kicks.
Probably the strongest kick of the entire fight. And in round six, Theriault moves in and lands a big left-right-hand combination.
Theriault must know that he couldn't have won that last round, wanting to come out with a heavy leather in the first part of this round. Narvaez catching him with two fairly solid kicks in that last round. I had to give the last round to Narvaez, 10-9. I've got it 49-49 here.
There's a hard right hand. Narvaez is hurt. He's going down. He's trying to get back up. He's staggering. His eyes don't look as though they can focus. I can't tell. Will the referee let him continue? He says he's all right. And the fight does continue. But Narvaez is down in round six. Fighting back now. Will Theriault be able to put him away?
Well, that was a solid right hand that Theriault landed. Narvaez does seem to have gotten it back together. Not 100%, but at least enough to come back as strong as he is.
It was very early in round six when he hit the canvas.
Narvaez thinking about the spinning back fist, I think.
That round kick landed. Narvaez may go down again.
Narvaez thinking about the spinning back fist, I think.
Narvaez landed the right hand and the uppercut, but there's not a whole lot of steam left. You can see his eyes. They're still glassy from the right hand knockdown. The question is, will he go down again? And I think the answer is about to be answered for us.
Well, it looked like
He's
he
down.
was. He was down. I don't know what he was punching back with. It looked to me like he should have been out, and he was throwing punches back. You are not saved by the bell, but I think the bell may quite virtually save him, if not literally in this case. Getting a long count from referee Ray Martin.
There's the bell. He's still looking at Narvaez in the corner.
That's the bell.
Larry Black and Joe Corley at ringside. Let's take a look at that sixth-round knockdown. Narvaez's legs are crumbling, yet he refuses to go down, and he finally does hit the canvas. Round 7 has started, and Theriault is again trying to put Narvaez to the canvas. He doesn't look as though he's recovered from those 2 knockdowns in round number 6.
Neither man got in his minimum 8 kicks in that last round. Narvaez got in 4. Theriault got in 7. Theriault will lose 2 points on each judge's scorecard, where Narvaez is going to lose 8 points.
A very, very bad round, both physically and on the scorecards for Emilio Narvaez. And now he's taking those right-left uppercuts. He's not blocking anything Theriault is throwing. How is this man standing up? What a gutsy fighter, Emilio Narvaez, still trying to kick, and those right hands are landing. He's down again, and Theriault's still trying to hit him. Count is 6. 7.
I don't think he's going to be ready. I don't think he's going to be able to get it back together.
He can't get up. That's 10. The fight is over. It is a 7th round knockout by Jean-Yves Theriault.
What a finish. Jean-Yves Theriault, using that instinct that he has to go and finish the action, went in and put it on. Emilio Narvaez in this 7th round. Neither man getting his kicks in the 6th round, and that would have cost Theriault dearly, or would have cost Narvaez dearly. Coming out in the 7th round then, you see the force of that round kick knocks Narvaez back into the ropes, into the corner. He's out there from those right hand, left hand, right hand combinations, and Theriault still trying to get him after he's down just by reflex.
Tony Lopez, the #1 ranked challenger in the nation. And Gordon Franks, the defending champion, unbeaten, an 8-0 record. Lopez is 26-0. 2-minute rounds. They must have a minimum of 8 kicks per round.
Nice round kick then by Gordon Franks. Right behind that, Lopez tried to throw a swing kick. Franks moved inside, trapped it on his shoulder, and forced him down.
Joe, really, as you look at these two fighters, they're known for their kicking ability.
Both of them are. I think the big difference in this fight could be experience, but I think you'll see both men kicking very, very hard in this fight.
Well, that experience is in favor of Tony Lopez. He has 26 fights, 19 of them by knockouts. He's waited 3 years for this title bout.
That's right. There are quite a few promoters that have tried to put the fight together, but never under the right terms for Gordon Franks. And so Gordon Franks has been sitting on the title for a while. Rightfully, the offers weren't right. Red place on the right forehead of Gordon Franks already.
Boy, I tell you, this Tony Lopez has come to fight.
That's the way Tony Lopez fights. He just keeps on going. Gordon Franks has got the more polished hands and looks like he's not going to be intimidated by the experience.
The thing that Gordon Franks has to realize, though, that the furthest he's been has 7 rounds. So he, stamina-wise, has to wonder if he could go 12 rounds.
That's right. Since he won the title, the longest fight he's had has been 7 rounds. If Lopez can force him into fighting full bore for these first 6 rounds, I think Tony Lopez could very well take it away from him. Good right-hand combination, right-hand counter then by Gordon Franks.
We're coming to the end now of round number 1.
Good left hook then by Gordon Franks, followed by a left round kick. Oh, good left hook then by Tony Lopez.
And there is a round. Let's go back at round 1, Joe Corley, and pick up that knockdown.
Gordon Franks moved in with the leg on his shoulder. He didn't hold on to it, so it wasn't a foul. It was a very smart move by Gordon Franks then.
So we go to round 2 of the scheduled 12-rounder. Again, in the red trunks, Gordon Franks. And in the black, Tony Lopez.
Not a knockdown then. Had his arm hooked around Gordon's neck and kind of threw himself down then.
All kicks must be above the waist or it's a major foul. And again, you have to have 8 kicks per round. And it's a 10-point must system.
That's right. Both these fighters are expected probably to throw quite a few kicks in excess of the minimum, which is 96 kicks minimum. Good roundhouse kicked in by Gordon Franks. Landed, followed by a right hand, piling up good points inside. Oh, nice right hand by Gordon Franks off the left jab. Oh, good left round kicked in by Gordon Franks. At this point in the fight, he's certainly not intimidated. Good front kick to the face in by Gordon Franks. Not intimidated by the record of Tony Lopez.
Gordon Franks can move laterally so quick to avoid the kicks of Lopez, can't he?
That's right. Lopez looks like he might be a little confused now. He doesn't know really which kick to start throwing. He started to throw a back kick in. He saw that Gordon was moving out of the way of it. Traded jabs, and Gordon's landed harder.
Both these fighters checked in at 135 pounds. Lopez is tallest at 5'10", Franks at 5'8.5". 1 year difference in age, 23 years for Franks, 24 for Lopez.
Both these fighters are throwing really, really very hard shots now, Gary. This early in the fight, they're not playing around, feeling one another out. Good spinning back fist in by Tony Lopez. Looks like it might have landed back on the ear of Gordon Franks.
Many people feel this will not go the distance, and the way it's going right now, it may not. Less than 30 seconds to go in round 2.
With Tony Lopez's experience, if he has a real advantage, it is in being able to fight. Ooh, nice combination. 2 punches, which you would call unorthodox, wild kind of punches, followed by a nice round kick by Tony Lopez. Oh, good exchange. Left jab by Lopez, right hand by Gordon Franks.
Here we go. Round number 3, and what an exciting fight we have developing here for the Super Lightweight Championship here in Atlanta, Georgia. Lopez in the black trunk, Franks in the red trunk. Lopez, the scouting report is he is unorthodox, but boy, is he effective.
He really is. What he'll do is throw 2 or 3 wild shots. You know, you would call him in a self-defense situation, you'd call him haymakers, and then he'll come right behind that with a good, straight, picture book right hand. He'll throw 2 wild punches. Oh, good right hand then by Gordon Franks. Tony Lopez will throw 2 wild punches. Oh, beautiful jump kick. Gordon Franks has noticed his jump kick. Missed on his follow-up attack.
Joe, I tell you, Franks is really quick.
I say he is a phenomenal athlete. I have long felt that Gordon Franks was underrated. A lot of pressure's been put on him to face Tony Lopez, and he has, as he should, as a holder of the world title, he's waited until the opportunity was right for him, both financially and otherwise.
That was one of the things, Joe. They don't know how. Well, we got a foul.
Then when above the boot was a foul, unintentional by Tony Lopez, but it landed high. That's a minor foul.
That'll be 1 point then, taken away.
Oh, good combination in by Gordon Franks. Left hand, right hand. But you see, Tony Lopez can take a hard shot. The shot didn't seem to daze him. He is getting a mouse under his left eye, though. If Gordon Franks lands a good right hand on that, it could open it up, or a right round kick. Oh, nice jab. Good counter right hand by Tony Lopez. Boy, these guys are 2 of the best in the sport.
Look at that punch.
Right, that was one of Lopez's wild shots, but he came right off it. Franks moved out of the way, but didn't take an advantage with Lopez off balance. Oh, good left hand, right hand by Gordon Franks. I don't think Tony Lopez has been hit this regularly in any of his fights to date.
Some people were concerned whether Franks could handle the pressure, the tension of a title fight with little experience of only 8 fights. But there is the end of round number 3. Now let's watch this spinning kick.
Nice roundhouse kicked in by Gordon Franks. Jump spinning back kick. You see it grazed off his arms, but it landed on the solar plexus. It doesn't look like it hurts him, but you know he feels that inside.
Okay, Joe, after 3 rounds, who's ahead?
Well, I just have Gordon Franks just barely ahead at the end of 3 rounds. 30 points to 29. I got 2 rounds even, and Gordon winning the last round by a score of 10-9.
Our expert commentator Joe Corley. I'm Gary Bender. We're in round 4, a scheduled 12-rounder for the Super Lightweight Championship.
Oh, Gordon Franks is hitting so crisply. Picking those shots well. Threw a hard spinning back kick. It missed.
Do you think that Franks will try to put him out early, figuring he may not be able to go the 12 rounds?
Doesn't look like he is at this point. He's fighting like a real professional. He's throwing good, hard, picked shots. The theory there is that if you throw a good shot and it puts a man in trouble, then you go after him, but you don't take any chances unless you have to, and Gordon Franks isn't taking unnecessary chances. Traded roundhouse kicks in. Both of them landed. Oh, that was a good kick to the red. Good hook in. You think Tony Lopez can really take a shot. He gets hit solid and then comes right back. Nice spin in by Lopez.
Lopez has a mouse forming under that left eye. That's got to concern him. But showing great heart that time after Franks really laid into it.
That's right. If Gordon Franks keeps landing those good, sharp right hands on that eye, he could open it wide open.
Gordon Franks started karate when he was 14 years old in Washington, D.C. He's the son of a doctor. And in his 8 fights, he has fought some excellent people.
Yes, he has. And he's looked very good in those fights. He's kept his calm. He's gotten a little tired in those 7-rounders, though, and that's been a question in a lot of people's minds. Good front kicked into the body by Gordon Franks.
Franks won the crown in West Berlin.
That's right. He fought Ramiro Guzman of Mexico City. A good 9-round action-packed fight, but nothing like this fight.
And there is the end of round 4. Round number 5, and Joe Corley, both these guys are well above the minimum kick requirement, 8 per round.
It's unbelievable in this last round. Gordon Franks threw 16 kicks. Tony Lopez threw 10. Gordon Franks has thrown 51 kicks so far in this fight. Tony Lopez has thrown 41. Just amazing pace they're fighting here. The question in a lot of people's mind before this fight was, could Gordon Franks stand that kind of pace? Good counter right hand in by Tony Lopez. You notice the red spot on Franks' face on the left-hand side. Lopez will throw a spinning back fist like he threw then.
Well, there was no lost love between these two guys, and you believe it when they got between the ropes here today.
Right, both guys are very quiet and very confident outside the ring. They're both very polite going, oh, good, spinning back fist in by Gordon Franks. It didn't hurt Lopez. You saw him come off it with a real good flurry.
Both these guys can take a punch.
You could see in their eyes before the fight just a kind of quiet, kind of cunning, kind of just wait and see, son of a gun. Gordon Franks, I have to say, has more expression on his face in this fight than I've seen him have before. Oh, nice left hand. He jammed the kick to a left jab right down the middle.
Boy, what quick hands Gordon Franks has.
They are stiff punches. 135-pounder, if he hits you in the head, you think that 200-pounder hits you the way he throws them. They're very sharp and crisp. Those are the hard kicks that don't look like they do anything because the guy's in such good shape. If you hit the average man with that, oh, good right hand. You hit the average man with one of these kicks, I guarantee you drop him to his knees.
And it's hard to bring those arms up after taking a beating.
That's right. You got to keep them down because you don't want those kicks to land on your ribs.
Less than 30 to go in round 5.
Okay, push.
I think the footwork of Gordon Franks is beginning to confuse Tony Lopez just a little bit. He's not really sure what to go with. Gordon's hit him hard enough coming in to make him wary.
I knew that Franks is a good kicker, but I didn't realize how good a boxer is. 23-year-old Gordon Franks trying to successfully defend his crown against Tony Lopez, and what a fight as we're in round 6.
These guys are pulling back nothing. Neither man trying to pace himself any at all. I think both guys feel like they are in good enough shape to go this distance. Gordon Franks, when he came into town here, looked like his face was a little drawn. He looked like he might have been a little bit overtrained, but so far he looks like he's in excellent condition. That right hand touched Gordon, but didn't hurt him. He was moving away from it.
Tony Lopez from Atlanta, and he's got a lot of this crowd behind him.
Oh, good right round kick to the body by Gordon, right hand to the body by Tony.
You know, Lopez, he can execute 3 or more kicks in one motion with that leg.
That's right. At that point, he was trying to taunt Gordon, trying to get Gordon to come in on him. I think he's a little tired of trying to go in on Gordon. But Gordon is the champion. Tony's got to go after him. That footwork of Gordon's is very, very confusing. Tony looks like he might want to throw a spinning back fist here.
We'll watch to see if Franks does have any stamina troubles.
Oh, good left hand crossed in by Tony Lopez. He's now fighting in a southpaw position. I'm sure Franks in the boxing gym fights people primarily. Oh, another good left hand. This is the kind of pressure that people don't know if Gordon Franks can stand up under. His jab's losing a little sting in it now. He keeps throwing it, but it's losing a little sting.
And Lopez is hitting with that left foot.
That's right. That left, oh, good right hand in by Lopez. Lopez piling up points on the inside. Franks fighting very clean there in the corner.
Jay Will, the referee, separates them in round 6 at torrid pace.
Gordon looks like he's losing some of his steam now.
It's the first time I've seen Franks a little bit shaken, some of his poise taken away.
That's right. This is where it would have happened.
And there's the end of round 6. Unbeaten Tony Lopez had a strong 6th round, and we're going to go back and show you some of it.
The thing that screwed Gordon Franks up then is that Tony Lopez went right leg forward and started throwing a left-hand cross. Tony Lopez also threw 16 kicks in that last round. Gordon Franks threw 13.
And this is round 7, ready to go now. Again, on the black front, the challenger, Tony Lopez. In the red, Gordon Franks, the champion.
Looks to me like Gordon Franks, Gary, might be a little tired now. Good round kicked in by Tony Lopez.
Now, this is the furthest he's gone in any fight, the 7th round. And, of course, we're scheduled to go 12.
He's fought a couple of 7-round fights since he won his title, but they have not been fights at this pace. He established the pace. Oh, good right hand, left hand combination then. Left hand hook off the back end. Well, they went to spinning bottom fist. You can see how hard that thing is thrown. If that lands, it generally drops the man. Of course, it's illegal in boxing, but it is legal in karate.
Lopez has shown me the ability to adjust, to change his game as the fight wears on.
Looks like a really smart move for him to go right leg forward, because Gordon is used to sparring with guys that fight left hand forward. The kicks to the body could be hurting Gordon Franks a little bit too. It could have been a real smart move for Lopez to make Franks fight that pace. He's now making Franks miss some of his punches, which Franks was not missing earlier in the fight. Good right hand in. Dazed Gordon Franks. Tony Lopez tries to follow up. Franks fighting back very strongly, though. You see he's a little bit hurt, but very, very
poised in that situation.
Poised, right, that's the word. Lopez just will continue to pour on that pressure. I don't know where the energy comes from. Good right hand in by Franks. Lost some of its power from earlier in the fight. Oh, good spinning left bottom fist. Hurt Gordon again. Lopez just continues to work, He never takes a break.
He's just relentless now. He's just pursuing it.
Oh, good front kick. Those things are what tire you.
And there's the end of round 7. Let's go back and watch one of his punches.
There was that spinning back fist off a right hand. It didn't land as solidly as he would like for it to, but it did daze Gordon Franks.
And now we go to round number 8, and this is the furthest that Gordon Franks has ever been asked to fight in karate. He's gone 7, and now this is the 8th round, a scheduled 12-rounder.
Oh, another good left hand by Tony Lopez. It just barely missed. It was thrown very straight and very sharp, though. It's been an unbelievable pace so far, Gary. Tony Lopez has kicked 90 times with the fight barely half over. He's only 6 kicks short of having his requirements for the whole fight.
You know, it appeared as though early it was Franks. Lopez is coming on. How would you rate the fight right now?
Well, I had the first 3 rounds. First 2 rounds I had even. Oh, good left hand in by Tony Lopez. I have 2 rounds for each fighter so far with 3 rounds even. So I have the fight dead even at this point in rounds and point 68 to 68. Gordon Franks has himself, Gary, thrown 80 kicks so far in this fight. Oh, right hand. There's 2 good shots followed by one of those unorthodox punches I was talking about. A right wild, looks like a wild punch, but it hits hard. Most fighters train with very sharp kind of sparring partners who never throw those kind of wild shots. Oh, good right hand in by Gordon Franks. Snapped Tony Lopez's head back, but he came right back with some of his own shots. Lopez really has some steam with his punches. He looks like he could go for 15 rounds. Landed 3 good shots then. The roundhouse kick was a nice kick following those punches.
Franks doesn't seem to have the steam right now that he did earlier.
No, everybody that had watched Franks and Lopez before this fight thought if Lopez was going to take it away, this would be the time. There's blood now pouring out of the mouth of Tony Lopez. Mouthpiece is red.
All right, let's go back to round number 8. Lopez against Franks.
There's that left hand, straight left hand, followed by a kind of a right wild shot that caught Franks. Now Franks is coming back out strong. He's putting some crispness back in his hand.
That's exactly what was missing in the previous round. Now he seems to have picked up something.
It could have been that he was resting, but it didn't look like it. Looked like he was tired. Could be a bad mistake for him at this time if he's... Oh, good right hand in by Gordon Frank.
Right, quickness coming back now.
Right. Quickness and the crispness inside. The punches are landing pretty sharply like they were in the earlier rounds.
Now, what happened there?
He tried to throw the sweep. It landed too high. It was unintentional, but he does get fouled for that. He does get a minor foul.
That is 1 point then. Take it away from Lopez.
That's the second time that's happened to him. In an otherwise even round, that would cause him to lose the round.
It's a 10-point must system.
Oh, good left-hand jab in. Snapped Lopez's head back. Good work inside then by Gordon Frank, but Lopez hanging in there.
Boy, Frank, he's just like a workman out there. He just does a workman-like job.
Right.
No expression in the face at all.
Steel eye. Little blood coming out of Gordon Frank's nose now. Little blood coming out of Tony Lopez's mouth. These guys have got to be feeling the effects of these. I wouldn't want to have either one of their bodies tomorrow morning because they are going to be sore.
Well, this was predicted to be this type of fight. There's been no disappointment. A lot of them figured he wouldn't go the distance. It may not yet as we're in the 9th round.
Frank's beginning to lose a little steam now. Lopez may be too. He's not really pressing his advantage right now. Oh, good left hand in by Lopez.
Round 9.
Oh, good right hand in close. Lopez taking a fairly hard shot from there.
Round number 10, a scheduled 12-rounder for the Super Lightweight Championship. And it's equal. Boy, it is close now.
It really is. I have Gordon Frank's ahead by 1 slim point, 88 points to 87.
That could be that minor foul that Tony Lopez picked up.
On my scorecard, I haven't even taken those into consideration.
Both these guys already have kicked more than 96 times each.
So it's been an unbelievable pace. Tony Lopez has kicked 117 times so far. Good right hand by Lopez. Gordon Frank has kicked 114 times so far in this fight.
And you have to kick 8 minimum per round, so they're really ahead of that pace.
Oh, good. He staggered Tony Lopez in. Good left hand, right hand combination. Oh, he's working on Tony Lopez inside now. Lopez is trying to cover up. Looks like he's got it back now. He doesn't look hurt anymore. He gets it back in a hurry.
I believe he's got a cut under that left eye, though, on the cheek.
He does.
Lopez is cut. Might be where that mouse has been forming.
It is. It is where it's been forming. What a pace. What a pace. Can you imagine? Oh, good right hand then by Gordon Frank. Another good right hand by Tony Lopez. Can you imagine in 24 minutes, only 24 minutes of fighting, these guys have got to kick at least 96 times each. Oh, good, strong spinning back fist. Gordon Frank very wisely went under that shot. Chanting for Tony Lopez now.
It's a partisan crowd here. A hometown boy, Tony Lopez in Atlanta. But he's got his work cut out if he's going to take this one away from Gordon Frank. There's quite an argument going on here in the 10th round.
These rounds seem to go by so fast, too, sitting out here.
We're coming to the end of round number 10.
At the end of this last round, the way these guys looked at each other, they still dislike each other after this much of the fight.
You could see the jolting punch thrown that time by Gordon Frank.
Good, sharp left-hand, right-hand combination. That's the one that staggered Lopez in the last round.
The next to last round of a scheduled 12-rounder for the Super Lightweight Championship, Professional Karate Association. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, the Georgia Tech Coliseum. I'm Gary Bender along with Joe Corley. Both these men have not been beaten. They're undefeated coming into this fight. Frank's 8-0, Lopez 26-0.
It looks again like Gordon Frank has lost a little snap in his kicks. He's just kind of laying them out there. He's done that a couple other times, Gary, and then he's come back and thrown them very sharp.
Right, he had a tough 10th round.
You talk about a man being poised if he knows he's a little tired and he lays out. That's the mark of a true champion. Good left hand then by Tony Lopez, followed with a good right hand. Round kick. Gordon Franks ducked under the round kick, slipped over the top of his head.
But I tell you, Franks really used that well to parry him off, to keep from getting in further trouble.
That's right. He didn't stay in that position. He moved right out with that marvelous footwork he's got. Oh, good left jab inside, but Lopez just keeps on coming.
What a fight here in the 11th round.
I tell you what, if you could have two world champions, I would pick both these guys to reign at the same time. Oh, good inside work now by Gordon Franks. Good body kick by Tony Lopez. Front kick to the body. Once again, it doesn't look like to the viewers that that's going to hurt, but I tell you, if you hit the average guy, oh, good right-hand counter. If you hit the average man with one of those kicks, believe me, you'll drop into his knees.
You can see that Lopez is kind of rubbing that eye that's cut under the left-hand side.
It may be starting to bother him a little bit when your eye swells up and gets in the way of your vision. It starts to irritate. It is swollen. Oh, good shots by both men, pushing by Tony Lopez.
And there's the end of round 11, 1 to go. The 12th and final round, Joe Corley, who's leading going into it?
I've got Gordon Franks ahead by 2 points, 108 points to 106.
That's how close it is as we come to the 12th round, 2 minutes remaining.
He has dispelled any thoughts in anybody's mind that he was not ready for this fight. I'll tell you that right now.
There's been times where it looked like one fighter would come on strong and the other would battle back. Earlier, Franks looked very quick, then Lopez hurt him, and now Franks has regained that poise that he's so well known for.
I tell you, and the pace once again, 152 kicks by Tony Lopez, 143 kicks by Gordon Franks. Each man's required to throw 96, and they have just gone crazy. Good, hard kicks, both of them landing good, solid kicks to the body, to the head. More solid kicks to the body because the kicks to the head have a longer distance to travel. Oh, good left-hand counter then by Gordon Franks. Lopez smiling at him. Good front kick to the body.
1 minute left now in the 12th round.
Oh, good left hand then. Snapped Lopez head back and went ahead and threw his own punch.
Franks trying to close it out here and hang on to his title.
I have never seen a fight at this pace. Never.
And now Lopez, he's got to finish it here. The dethroning is coming after it.
The crowd is on its feet here now. This has got to be one of the better fights I've ever seen from anybody, any sport, in any weight division. Oh, good left hook in by Siegler. Lopez got him back on the rope.
Jay Will now separates him about 20 seconds to go now here in round 12. And
good roundhouse punch by Tony Lopez.
This is some final round.
Is out.
Everybody's on their feet.
If anybody thinks Gordon Franks couldn't take it, boy, they are in for a surprise tonight.
And the round is coming to a close here. What a fight.
Joe, that had to be a close decision.
Well, it was. In fact, Art, it couldn't have been any closer. If you had taken all the judges' scores and added them together, Franks had only won by 1 point. But Gordon Franks was one of those fighters who would always rise to the occasion, and he did on this night in Atlanta. Now, 2 weeks from now, we're going to see the rematch between these guys with a hungry Tony Lopez coming back for revenge.